Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be looking into a new function that has been launched by Google Sheets along with other many functions like Lambda, Biro, Map, Reduce, and one of them is XLOOKUP. Now this particular function has been on the Microsoft Excel, but unfortunately it was not available on Google Sheets all this time. Before I get into explaining this, I'll just quickly explain how and what use case we could use it on. Okay, just a simple example for you. So we'll just talk about how we have a shop, we have some inventory, we have the ID category on which these products are, we have the price, cost, and everything about this. Now we are in another table and we need to bring values from this existing data that we have, and in this case we would want to use this XLOOKUP function and try to bring the data. Now if we were to bring anything which was like category, price, cost, anything which is to the right of the table, you would be able to do that using VLOOKUPs, but unfortunately you would not be able to look left of the key, which is the product name. So let's just go ahead and understand how and what elements XLOOKUP requires. So XLOOKUP primarily requires the key, and the key is something, a value, a unique ID that you're looking for in another table. Make sure that whenever you're looking up something, the key should always be unique so it can match and bring you an exact value of what is present on the other table. The next part is at what column will you find this particular key value that you are choosing, followed by what you're looking for. So now you have taken the key, you have gone into another table, you have matched it, and now you want to get a certain thing about that table from the row where this key is. The next part is if you do not find something, what will you find? So in general, when you do VLOOKUPs or any other formulas, you get an error that it's not applicable. In XLOOKUP, you could define, if you don't find a match, what would it show? And next, there is a possibility for you to mention if you want an exact match or you want an approximate match, just like how you used to do in VLOOKUP. It's a little more evolved, but right now we are looking for exact matches. So for exact match, use the value 0. Okay, so let's just go and try to practice it out. It's pretty simple and pretty intuitive in itself and very powerful at the same time. So let's just say we have to find the value of anything to the right. Let's say we have an ID mentioned over here. We need to find the category of which is to the right. And in an ideal situation, I would use a VLOOKUP function and just say, okay, give me this key and look into this array with this table and just bring me the second column, and it should be an exact match. That's how the VLOOKUP function is. If you don't know, I can add a link how to use VLOOKUP functions, and when you apply this, it will try to find the value, but it will not find the value because this value does not exist on the table. If I change this value to 4325, it will bring the value which is over here, as you can see. Now let's say we had to do this for the entire row. We'll just drop it down. There are some NAs. That's because I did not lock the value over here. The NA is gone. Okay. All right. So now we have VLOOKUPs, but this is not VLOOKUP. Now we're using XLOOKUP. We'll go ahead and use an XLOOKUP function and bring something unique which you couldn't generally bring with a VLOOKUP. That's the product name, which is on the left of the ID. So let's start doing it as we explained. So we do the function XLOOKUP, and then we select the key, which in this case is G4, and then we establish which column is this key going to be looked into. So this is the ID column of the data, and I will select the whole column just to be sure. I will lock this. Okay, and now it wants to know what do you want to bring from here. So now if I want to look to the left, I just want to bring the value on the left, and I just have to mention the array that I will be looking into and bringing the value from here, which is corresponding to that specific key I mentioned. and I will again just lock it down over here. It says if it's not a match, what should you do? And you could just leave it empty. And whether or not it should be an exact match, you have to write there 0. So when you run this formula, you will be able to see here that we were able to match the value of water with 4325 beverage water. And that's about it about XLOOKUP. So over here in XLOOKUP, you just need to mention the key that you're looking for, the key of the IDs where this key will be found, and the column or the value that you want to return, and that's it. So I hope you understood. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll be coming for more, and hope until that time you have mastered the XLOOKUP. Thank you so much.